They say there's a man who was cursed 5,000 years ago and never died. He walks the earth even today, bleeding, silent, watching. And the scariest part? He's not a ghost. He's human, and he's still out there. Hey fam, we are Untold Realm, and this world is far stranger than you think. This is the story of a man who witnessed the fall of an era and was never allowed to forget it. Ashwatthama, the son of Dronacharya, a warrior raised not just with weapons, but with knowledge. A child born roaring like thunder, fists clenched, eyes wide open, and a gem shining on his forehead. This wasn't just any jewel. It was said to hold divine power, protecting him from fear, disease, even wild animals. It was a sign that he was destined to survive what others could not. And then came Kurukshetra, a war that shook the heavens, where gods watched men fight like beasts, where brothers killed brothers, where even truth bent under the weight of strategy. Ashwatthama fought bravely for the Kauravas, but everything changed the day his father, Guru Dronacharya, was tricked and killed. A lie led to his downfall, and Ashwatthama never forgave it. Grief turned into rage. Rage turned into madness. On the 18th night of the war, when the battle was over and the Pandavas were resting, Ashwatthama silently entered their camp. And in the darkness, he killed their 5 sons, the Upapandavas, mistaking them for their fathers. But it didn't stop there. He invoked the Brahmastra, one of the most devastating weapons of the ancient world, twice, once at an unborn child. Even the gods couldn't ignore that. And that's when Krishna appeared. Not to fight, but to curse. He didn't raise a weapon. He raised time itself against Ashwatthama. You will live for 3,000 years, he said, with a body that decays, but never dies, with wounds that ooze blood, but never heal. You will wander unseen, unheard, unknown. And then Krishna did something no one expected. He tore the gem from Ashwatthama's forehead, his only source of protection, of pride, of identity. What was once divine became punishment. Ashwatthama screamed, but it was the kind of scream that echoed for centuries. Now, here's the part no one can explain. There are villages in Madhya Pradesh, like Burhanpur and Asargarh Fort, where the locals believe he still walks. They speak of a tall, wounded man who visits temples at 4 a.m., places fresh flowers at the steps, and disappears before sunrise. Some say he smells of old blood and ash. Others say his eyes look centuries old. Tired, but alert. There's even a British report from the early 1900s, a doctor who treated a strange man with a festering head wound that refused to close. The next day, the patient vanished. No one ever found him. Even today, sadhus in deep forests claim to have seen him. A man with matted hair, bleeding forehead, and a silence that chills the air. But here's the strange part. He's never angry, never violent. Just there, watching. Maybe seeking redemption, maybe waiting for the curse to end. Or maybe, just maybe, he doesn't know who he is anymore. Is he real, or is this just what guilt looks like when it refuses to die? One thing is certain, where history ends and myth begins. Ashwatthama still walks that line. This world is full of strange things. And you are watching Untold Realm.